All right, what's going on, guys and gals? Trev back again, here to bring you another live stream. Oh, could be, possibly, maybe. Let's see. So, did a review for Day of the Dead earlier today. It's in the channel now. If you guys haven't seen it yet, new series, new sci-fi zombie series, Day of the Dead. So that's new. Fear the Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 2 has aired, so that's new as well. And Superman's gay. Well, he's going to be bisexual. They're making Superman bisexual. So people want to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. I got my costume on and everything, dudes. So I do have a Superman. I have a cape, too. There's a cape, yeah. Okay, it's on the back of the chair now. All right, looks okay. All right, this is cool. Thank you, Eric. I do appreciate it. Sounds good. That's good. Thanks for joining. We got Burrs, we got Pedro, we got Eric McGrath. Yeah. We got Hippie Chick. How are you, Hippie Chick? And Edgar Ramos, who says the last one. What do you mean the last one? What's up, Isaac? How you doing, dude? How's it going? So the title of the video, this one, is going to be, Will Tales of the Walking Dead Be Any Good? And Superman Now Likes Boys. Tim Eubanks asked it. I guess we'll go into that one first. Yes, it sounds like the new version of Superman is going to be bisexual. So that's something that's a little bit different for everybody. So Tim asked, Trev, when are you going to talk about bisexual Superman? So now, Tim, we're going to talk about it now. I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's get the article. We'll take a look at the article, and then we'll go on to Walking Dead after. Hey, Doc, how you doing? We got Dr. Death here. That's good, Hippie Check. Happy to hear it. And we'll get to your question soon there, Eric. And Sma Cigar, what's up, brother? How you doing? He said, Small Cigar, okay, we'll read yours before we get into Superman being bi. He said, Trav, apparently the end of World Beyond will be really good. We'll tease the Rick movies. Well, that's good, yeah. We did a video this week about World Beyond and about kind of second season. First few episodes are out now. I have been totally behind on it. I have not, I got caught up. I watched the 3, and I think probably episode 4 is probably out now. But I haven't really been too into it as far as World Beyond goes. But disappointed with World Beyond. So for Walking Dead as a whole. But yeah, we'll check out the finale for season 2. We'll see if it's any good. See if it connects to the Rick movies, which is something that we've always wanted to. We always want to know what's going on with Rick, and whatever information we can get about Rick is good. So eventually here we'll get the finale for that and see, how it eventually connects somehow to the Rick movies. And I think they did say sort of in the past before that there's a possibility that they may do something else with the World Beyond characters. So if World Beyond ends, and some of you guys, I know some of the gals like World Beyond. Some of the female viewers, I got comments from, they were mad at me because I don't like World Beyond very much. But, they like it. So for them, we might see those characters again in the future. Like if they're doing Tales of the Walking Dead, the spinoff, then later on we could see, an anthology type series, different characters per season, different characters every few episodes. So it's possible we could see some of the World Beyond crew later, unless they all get killed off at the end of season 2 or something, which I don't expect to see happen. It's probably also possible that we might see some of them in the Rick movies, maybe part of the CRM, in and around, something like this. But we'll have to see how the whole thing fits together here, right? So, Spike 43, I shared your comment. Review time with Emperor All. I like your name, man. Is it Superman or a son? Okay, let's go into the Superman bisexual stuff, and then we'll get back to Walking Dead after. So here is the article. I guess it is from WSJ.com. So the new Superman will be bisexual. here are the key cultural moments in comic book history in the United States. So it says comic books have often been at the forefront of cultural shifts. So that's what we have now, dudes. Woke culture is now a cultural shift, I suppose. And so this is like, your new, now I'll be honest with you guys, I don't keep up with, all the stuff going on in comics. I don't keep up. I read like a lot of the stuff that I enjoy the most, X-Men especially, and, Walking Dead and Turtles I try to keep up with. But I'm not always up to date with the latest Batman issues or Superman or, Avengers and different stuff. I can't follow everything, right? There's limits to how much we can keep up with. But, so it sounds like with the new Superman, they're going to be doing a bisexual version of Superman. So it's a little weird, but that's what they want to do. I think it's already started to get a lot of attention. Hasn't gotten a lot of backlash because people, maybe they want Superman, or you could go with He-Man as well too, to be a certain kind of character, a certain kind of hero, and so. Will they necessarily be behind this change? I'll be looking closely. It's brand new. It was just announced, I think, a few days ago, or it was just kind of confirmed to be news just recently here, October 15th. So that's 2 days ago. So it's what they're doing. It's, I don't know. I mean, personally, I really don't care too much what his sexual orientation or sexual preference is, right? Is it weird to see kind of the most iconic comic book character? Maybe. I think Batman has kind of surpassed Superman the last few years, or last few decades even, I'd say. But one of the most, or maybe the original superhero kind of, in that Action Comics, issue 1 and Superman and Action Comics go back to some of the earliest comic book characters ever created. Like you go Superman, and Batman. Joker was taken from The Man Who Laughs, which is an old English character, and like a horror movie type of character, type of character, that kind of thing. Back when theatrical plays used to be a big deal, and people actually used to go to those. Some people still do. Fair enough. Some people still do go to them, and a lot of people start off their careers doing live theater and stuff like that. So nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. But is it weird to see them do a switch like this for one of the most iconic comic book characters ever? Maybe the most iconic comic book character ever. Like I said, I think that's kind of switched to Batman more recently. And even like Spider-Man as well, too. You could put in that conversation. Hulk, Captain America, Wolverine, some of the others as well, too. So we've got it here. So DC Comics said the new Superman, John Kent, the son of Clark Kent. Okay. So he's the son of him, and Lois Lane will come out as bisexual in an upcoming. Okay, so they didn't take the original. He's still kind of Superman, but it's more Superboy, I guess. The son. Okay, so they didn't switch Clark Kent, which would be original Superman. So that's a little more. In the middle. That's a little safer, I think. So I don't think you would have so much backlash if it's just like Superboy ends up being, who cares, right? But Wakanda is bisexual in an upcoming story issue of the superhero's 21st century story, just like his father and mother. Well, right. So if they had you could still be bisexual and have a child, right? So John Kent has fallen for a reporter, and it's a dude. I don't know. The announcement is the latest in prominent moments for comic books, which first emerged in the 1930s, according to the Smithsonian National Museum of American History, and have often been at the forefront of cultural shifts throughout the decades. So is what it is. And then they go through, I think, some other ones that were like, more kind of prominent, everything like that that's out there. So it's not, it doesn't really matter that much, to be honest, right? Whatever. But will it get attention? Probably. Will it work? Probably. And if it gets attention, and if it, if people buy it more than usual, then mission accomplished, right, for comics. Because after you've released, if Superman goes back to 1930s or whenever originally he was, his first issue Action Comics came out, or even before that, whenever the idea was put down. If you are, continuing to produce all the time, all the way through, new comics all the time, you have to come up with new ideas. So I guess it would mean that the Superman for the new generation is a bisexual Superman. So, okay, who cares, right? Whatever. So that's my response to you there, Tim Eubanks. And so is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's the way that the culture is going. So it's no surprise, right? It's the way that the culture is going, and kind of the shifts that are taking place, and things that are happening. That's just what it is. You can kind of see, like, I've been a bit vocal about He-Man, Masters Universe Revelations, and how they handled He-Man and that one too. And so it's just it's what it is. It's where things are going. And so it's what it is. But there's nothing wrong with having representation for everybody of different, sexual orientation, different ethnicity, whatever. So nothing wrong with that. And, everybody's kind of very, very cautious of that now. They definitely want to make sure they're not being too, I guess, what can you say, inclusive, or they're allowing for diversity, right? That's a big thing. I saw one article about Walking Dead, which was like diversity on Walking Dead, and I think it was comicbook.com or one of them that had it. And I mean, that's not something that I really care, or ever really thought of, but that's something that I guess is, it's become right to the forefront now. So that's what they're doing now. Yeah, so, okay, maybe we should rename it to Superboy then, if it's not. But granted, they may make it in the new issues where he's kind of Superman, and then maybe Clark Kent, retires or whatever, something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't read the issues of Superman, but actually now, you see, it kind of works, right? Because now you hear about it, you think, I kind of want to know more, like what they're doing and stuff. And even if I'm outraged by it, like even if it's something that I don't like they kill He-Man or something, right? Oh shit, spoilers. So they kill He-Man. I just kind of want to see, like, why did they kill He-Man? How did they kill He-Man? For what reason did they do it? Maybe twice. And so what's that going to look? And by the way, I've heard that Revelations is actually getting a part 2, so like a season 2, which is very strange. But it's just the way things are going. So what can you do? Thanks for the super chat there, San Andreas X, who said, Yo, Trev, do you think if the Saviors were in Georgia and came across Clear Morgan, would they try and recruit him after seeing how lethal he is? Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's true. Do we ever get some scenes, San Andreas, with Morgan and Negan? That's a question for you. Because I'm trying to think, did Lenny James ever do any scenes with Negan? Did Morgan and Negan ever meet each other? And I think the answer is no. I don't think they did. I don't think they ever had a single scene together, because as All Out War is finishing, Morgan leaves. So that's the thing, because he goes to Fear, right? So I don't think we ever got to see Morgan meet Negan, but that would have been cool to see Negan meet Morgan and just see how badass he is and everything. Would have been awesome. So would they try to recruit him? I think they would, but they probably wouldn't be able to, because when Morgan was in his clear mode, he was quite closed off to everybody. So he was not like open to wanting to join or anything. He almost kills Rick, right? So you have to remember that, Morgan was quite closed off in his clear mode. But, he's come back from that now, and if you're caught up, Sandras, I think you're caught up with Fear, aren't you? Mostly. At least you might be more caught up than me. I haven't seen episode 2 yet for season 7. But in season 7, episode 2, he's with Grace and everything. I think he's the forefront character for episode 2. I've just seen the preview for it. I'm going to watch it after I do the stream with you guys, so I'll watch it later. But, Morgan's awesome, and clear mode is super cool. You may have to tap into that a little bit against Strand if they do go with the idea of having Strand be the villain for season 7 of Fear, which I think they actually will do. So thanks for your support there, Sandra. I do appreciate it. Oh, thank you as well, DV. I do appreciate that. You're the history teacher, right? Thanks for the tip there, man. I do appreciate it. What, DV, follow up with me. What are you teaching right now? What lesson? And do you take a strong position on George Washington possibly being King George? Any thoughts on that? Have you done any research into that? Because that's one that I gotta research more myself. Because I was looking at it, I was thinking like, oh, that's so cool. I wonder if he was. And it's just so far back, it's hard to tell. So I'm gonna need to take a few years and gather my thoughts around that. But give me your thoughts on that one, DV. Okay. And thanks for that. Feel free to follow up there, San Andreas. Have you seen episode 2 for season 7 yet? Daryl Dixon wants to know, Trav, thoughts on the new Batman trailer, The Batman. So I'm warming up to it a little bit. Robert Pattinson, sparkly Batman, sparkly vampire, sparkly Batman. I'm warming up to it. I'm sort of like, I'm not quite, I'm just not there yet. Although I do think the idea of like a Hush Riddler could be cool for the Batman. I'm in the middle on it. I haven't seen the trailer yet, the new trailer yet. I saw the original teaser trailer and everything. So I'll watch the trailer. Maybe we'll do a review for the trailer. I just don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to be into it. I don't know if what their plans are in the future for DC. Like, do you think that they're planning to do like several movies with him as Batman? Is it just going to be one? What will they do there as far as that is concerned? Yeah, Tim Robinson said the fabulous Superman. Yeah, it'd be like, hey Batman, what's up? Can you imagine? Like, can you just imagine? Like, just think about it, right? Hey Batman, what's up? How are you, Batman? Right? Because anyway, okay, I got nothing. All right, let's continue on forward. Okay, what Sandra said, I actually haven't watched Fear. Your message just moved. Let me see what you said there. San Andreas said, I haven't actually watched Fear since season 2. Oh, okay, Eric. The new stuff with Morgan looks good, though. Yeah, maybe just check out the Morgan episodes. I'll tell you what, San Andreas. I'll make you a good suggestion. You can skip a lot of the stuff if you don't want to see it. Watch season 6, episode 1 of Fear. Watch season 6, episode 1. I'll do the Biden thing. I'll say it twice. Why'd you say it twice? Why'd you say it twice? Watch season 6, episode 1 of Fear. And it's a Morgan episode. And it's awesome. I think you'll like it. See if you watch season 6, episode 1 of Fear. See if you get hooked after that. Because if you like Morgan, I think you'll get hooked and you'll want to watch the rest. At least to get caught up from where we are. Yeah. Yeah, Brad likes it. Jake likes it. How you doing, Jake? Yeah, it's perfect, Brad, right? But it's true, right? So if you're gonna do gay Superboy, gay Superman, and you're gonna have, or Robin, right? He could be, when he meets. Because think about it, right? If he's going to be bi, right, he's going to meet Batman. I mean, don't you think he's going to be a little bit uncomfortable around Batman? He's like, oh, it's Batman, right? So it's going to be a little bit awkward for him because Batman's cool and everything. All the ladies love him, and tall, dark, and cowled, right? So it's what it is. I'm just pointing out the obvious, right? I'm just pointing it out, right? Like, hey, Batman, what's up? Right? It's just pointing out the obvious, right? It's just what it is, right? Or Robin, right? Because if he's younger, he's then maybe you have a Nightwing or a Nightwing. Hey, Nightwing, right? So that's what it is, right? I read your comment there, Jake. Jake from State Farm doesn't like it. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it'll sell comics, right? Because anything crazy you do, it'll sell. But is it forced? Is it pushed? Is it culture creation? Whatever. Probably, kind of, yeah. It's kind of obvious that that's what's happening. But at the same time, will it make money? Will it sell comics? It probably will. Yeah, because then people will just want to see it. And just it's whatever. For Leslie Tanashi, whichever one, I guess it doesn't matter, right? All the Batmans would be. I would think that all the Batmans would be Batmen to it's just what it is, right? Ray Blair doesn't like it. He's rage quitting. Well, yeah, Robin. Oh, right, they did Robin is by already, didn't they? Review time. I think they did that already. So that's something that. But I mean, come on. We all kind of thought that maybe Robin was a little bit right. I mean, he wore what was this costume? He would wear like the green slippers, right? He'd have like the green slippers with the bare legs showing. So and he'd like kick you with it, like he'd throw high kicks and stuff. Uh, yeah. Spike 43 comics are dead. Well, the movie stuff obviously is the big stuff now. Like with Marvel and DC, the movie stuff is what makes them all their money now. Like the comic books themselves, I don't think that many people buy actual comics themselves. Each issue, each month sells in the tens of thousands. So they might sell 60,000 copies, 50,000, 10,000, 20,000 for some of the top comics. If there's something really big, they might sell 100,000 copies. So granted, it's a moneymaker because they do it every month. So over the course of years, a year and everything, they do make good money off comics. That's for sure. And trades as well too. Trades sell for like $20 or whatever, 15, $20. So they do make good money off it, but they're always trying to grab it. They're always trying to grab attention. They're always trying to grab people's, to make headlines or whatever. So there's that aspect as well too, especially in comics, because some comics, they do crazy stuff. Like they might kill all the Ninja Turtles and then have one left or whatever, Last Ronin or whatever, Last Turtle alive, and then people want to see it because they like that story or whatever. Or some of like the older comics would kill off like, was it, I don't know if it was Mirage or Image did a Turtles thing, and they had like the Turtles got, pretty beaten up pretty bad. Like one of them in the comic, I think Donatello gets like one of his eyes blown out, stuff like this, arms blown off, things like this. And so, sometimes comics, they do some crazy stuff in them, in different alternate realities and stuff. What if? It's like they got the Marvel Disney What If streaming series, right? Where they do like a what if is, if what if this happened? What if Hydra Stomper, or what if, Doctor Strange, was not a good guy or whatever, or, took liberties. So, stuff like that. Okay, well, Jake said, Trevor, what is your opinion on people bashing it just because they're homophobic? Well, I mean, I think that's what is going to be in defense of it too, right? That's kind of the woke defense on the other side, is they're going to say that if you have a problem with it or you don't like it, you're not allowed because then you're homophobic or whatever. They'll call you homophobic if you just don't like it. Well, I mean, ultimately, only a few people are going to buy a Superman comic anyway. Well, could it actually make sales go down? Could it actually hurt the release? I don't think it will, because I think it'll get enough attention to it that other people will want to pick it up. Other people will want to get into it and just find out what it's all about. But some of the old school comic collectors, I can see that. Like some of the older comic guys, like that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s. They're not going to be open to it. They're going to be, I'm not buying this. So they might quit buying Superman. Although I have to be honest with you, I don't know anybody who collects Superman comics anymore. I don't know anyone who does that. Like, I don't know anybody who actually goes to the comic shop every month and gets the new issue of Superman. I don't know anyone who does that. So, and I know a lot of comic book people. So, okay, maybe one or two. I think Brad, DC Universe Geek, he likes DC a lot. I don't know if he buys Superman every month, though. He might not. All the figures, but I don't know if he buys, like, all the comics every month. Almost nobody does that. That'd be like me with Walking Dead, where I have to buy every issue of Walking Dead. So pretty much no matter what they do, I wouldn't quit. But some of them could, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, Kazama Fury got it. That's right. So, is what it is. So, yeah, it's just, it's what it is. That's a good point, Brad. Who watches Superman to see who he hooks up with? That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. All right, Stephen Mills sent through a good one. He said, Trev, would you love to see a third installment to 28 Days Later? If you would, if so, what would the plot be, or what would you want it to be? I would like to see them reboot it, Stephen. I would like to see a streaming series 28 Days Later. I think that'd be awesome. That's something AMC could probably do. AMC could do a 28 Days Later streaming series of some kind. Maybe on streaming, Amazon, whatever. It would have to be different than Walking Dead, though, if they're going to do a 28 Days Later series. You have to make the zombies really fast, really scary, everything like that. And you have to make survival like almost impossible, like really, really, really hard to survive. Like it'd be less of a cast than the original Walking Dead series has. Like if you're going to do a streaming series for 28 Days Later or a TV series for 28 Days Later, which is, I would love to see that, you have to do where the survivors are just a few. You can't have too many survivors because the fast zombies are going to, attack everybody. They're gonna clear everybody out. So there would be like a few really hardened survivors, and that could be a really cool series to see. Or they could reboot the movie, because 28 Days Later is one of the best zombie apocalypse movies ever. They're kind of like crazies. They're kind of like super fast zombies. So they're not the classic walking, slow zombies. In 20 Days Later, they're more like sprinters. They're more like crazy fast zombies. But I would love to see it. Thanks, Spike43. Yeah, that would be fun. But yeah, a new movie 20 Days Later would be great. I don't think you should do like probably a sequel now. It's probably too late. I think you reboot it, or you do something like it. You do a series based on it. Even an animated anime or something would be awesome to see. Something like that. Streaming, AMC TV series, but different than Walking Dead, fast zombies, or a animated show, anime version with the gore and everything. So not do like a soft animated version, do like a gore anime, like Attack on Titan, but 28 Days Later style. Something like that could be cool. So I'm sure eventually somebody will do something with it. 28 Days Later is awesome. So I'm happy to see the new Day of the Dead, TV series. I think it's great. So that's pretty awesome. Should be good to see the rest of the Day of the Dead season 1. But a 20 Days Later, something like that could be really, really cool. I have to agree. So the question of Tales of the Walking Dead. Will Tales of the Walking Dead be any good? So first of all, what is Tales of the Walking Dead? So they're doing the Walking Dead spin-off series, Tales of the Walking Dead. It's going to be an anthology type series, a spin-off of the Walking Dead, but it's going to be it's not necessarily going to have the characters from the original Walking Dead in Tales of the Walking Dead. It's going to be a show where they're going to do episodic. They might do sections like Black Mirror or something, or American Horror Story, where they switch survivors each season, or they switch survivors every few episodes or something like that. So that's what they're doing with Tales of the Walking Dead, and it should be good. I am looking forward to it, and summertime 2022. Sorry, I just got a bug in here. Just a minute, guys. I don't want him to get into my microphone like it's a flying ant or something. They crawl in the window somehow. Get in there. So Tales of the Walking Dead spin-off series starting summer 2022, and it should be good. It should be some fun. Should be some fun stuff. We'll have to see if it turns out to be any good. So got different comments about that and whether or not it will be any good. Steve Behringer said, finally we'll get a Morales episode. So so that's one for Tales of the Walking Dead. People want to see, they want to see Morales come back. So they want to see like a Morales story where you do Tales of the Walking Dead from when Morales leaves in the first season, when he leaves Rick and the others, and then we see him back as a savior in season 8. So some people suggested they should do like some episodes or a season of Tales of the Walking Dead of what happened to Morales when he left until the time when he meets Negan and joins the Savior. So that could be freaking awesome. Like if you have Morales, you show at the start, you show him leaving when he leaves Rick and Shane and the others, and he goes off, and then you get to see him with his family, and eventually we know the outcome. He's going to lose his family, and then the final episode of like a Morales Tales of the Walking Dead would be sweet because it'd be the whistling, right? When he's joining the Saviors, you'd have to see Morales like scramble into the darkness or something in the woods or something, and then you hear the and then you have Negan introduced to Negan. Negan comes out with the guys, and that'd be the final scene. Be like, hi, I'm Negan, right? And then he helps Morales up, and then that's the final scene of the Morales. So that's one idea so far that people have had, is that you do a Morales thing. Other ones with Tales of the Walking Dead would be like Abraham. You could do some stuff with Abraham and him, his time maybe with Rosita or Eugene when they first got together, whatever, until we meet them. So that's another idea. The other possibility is we could see what happens with some survivors after The Walking Dead in Tales of the Walking Dead in different ones. So that could be really cool. Or like some people who do like World Beyond, some of the girls especially who like World Beyond, you could see some of those survivors maybe in Tales of the Walking Dead. Again, it's starting summer 2022, so that's next summer. So it could be good. So looking forward to seeing that. Yeah. All right. What are you guys talking about? So I think that's most of what we're going to say about Tales of the Walking Dead. But it is green lit. If you guys missed the video this week, Tales of the Walking Dead, the spinoff for Walking Dead, has been green lit. It's going to go. I got a Band-Aid. It's going to go forward. So that's good news. And they're going to do it. I think the first season, what did they say? It was, I don't know if they said how many episodes. Was it 10 episodes, 6 episodes? 6 episodes, I think they said. Something like that. So for the first season of Tales of the Walking Dead. We did have some comments from you guys to go through. Shadow of Wiggins said, World Beyond is a waste of resources. They should have at least gotten good actors and writers. 2 things they don't have in the show. So bad. So, most people are a little bit disappointed with Walking Dead World Beyond. They were hoping for a little bit better there, a little bit more. I kind of wish instead of doing World Beyond, they would have used those resources to get the Rick movie started sooner. So instead of doing these 2 seasons of World Beyond, which have had mixed results at best, mostly in the middle or a lot of negative response for World Beyond, I would have preferred them to take those resources and have put it into the Rick movie instead. I think that would have been better. So it's not what they did. It's cool. So yeah, that's what it is. But, the Tales of the Walking Dead, I think, will be better. I think the anthology series will be better than World Beyond. Even though World Beyond will have a crossover character, it's going to have Jadis in it at some point here. Dancing Dragonfly 166 said, Trav, Squid Games is amazing. It's right up your alley. You like it. Even if you don't review it, definitely watch it. You won't regret it. Yeah, I'll probably watch Squid Games at some point. It might have to wait until after, Fear the Walking Dead is over with its first half of season 7. I also might watch Day of the Dead each week and review it each week. We'll see. So, I'll have to put it off for a bit. But when I get a chance, I'll check out Squid Games, and it does look like it's fun. Yeah, absolutely. JOK, how you doing, man? And JOK is in the UK. Oh, the UK. Well, thanks for watching all the way from the UK, JOK. Thanks for watching from the Kingdom. And he says it's 2 a.m. I recently watched 28 Days Later. My favorite zombie movie. Yeah, it's one of the best ever for sure. It made me think what would be in a Walking Dead movie using only stories from season 1 to season 9. What do you think? Man, at some point, I do think that AMC might try to do a rebooted Walking Dead or something, maybe. And it's not necessarily a bad idea, but definitely right now, the Rick movie is definitely like, they got to get that Rick movie done. Before they want to do even World Beyond or anything else, it's like, please, do the Rick movie, please, if you can. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but I hope they can do the Rick movie here at some point soon. Yeah. So there it is. Okay. And thanks for watching from the Kingdom. I appreciate it. Brad Walsh said, KYS not offended, not afraid on anyone in superheroes for hookups, gay, straight, or whatever. Well, yeah, that's something too, for Brad Walsh and everybody. That's one of the things I think around that Stan Lee is often attributed with. Stan Lee is often attributed with, he was the editor, right? Well, he gets credit for everything, which well, he's gone now, so I'm not going to talk bad about Stan Lee, but he gets credit for everything Marvel for whatever reason. I don't think he really deserves credit for everything Marvel because he didn't create every character in Marvel and he didn't write a lot of their best stories or anything. But anyway, he gets credit for it. Respect your elders, whatever. It's cool. Okay, so fair enough. But yeah, one of the things he gets credited for is giving the comic book superheroes a background, giving them a life too, so that in the comic books you wouldn't just see Captain America punching the Red Skull or punching the Fuhrer, which they used to do way back in the day. They would have him comics and beating up Hitler and stuff. So they wouldn't just have the action sequences, or you wouldn't have Superman just saving people from a falling plane, or just stopping a train that's going off the tracks, or fighting Brainiac, or fighting Zod, Neil before Zod. you would have an actual background story to them. You would actually have like Spider-Man would have a girlfriend. He would have Mary Jane, or he would have whatever. So Stan Lee is often credited with kind of giving some of the Marvel characters a background to where they started to feel more like humanized, a little bit more like real people. So, and some people are kind of, they like that. They like to see superheroes be more humanized and have that background. And some people just want to see the world burn, or some people just want to see the action stuff, right? That stuff. And sometimes, it can work either way. Like, if you talk Joker, like I like Heath Ledger's Joker, Dark Knight Joker, where he's you don't get to see his development. You just see him in the Dark Knight, and he's just tearing. And then if you have like the Joker movie with Joaquin as the Joker, that's like a character movie, right? So it's like a character development movie where he's step dancing, fair enough, but he's also doing like the suffering and the other stuff that goes into creating a Joker. It goes into creating that nihilistic, I'll say atheistic, type of mindset, which a Joker will have to become kind of the new Joker, which I think got a spinoff already. I'm pretty sure. I think they're doing a spinoff for that, aren't they? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So, but keep in mind also, like in DC, they also did the Batman Batgirl thing in one of the animated movies. So in one of the animated movies, they had Batman and Batgirl hook up. They had sex. So they hook up. So that's something. The age difference is quite a bit there too, right? So, but that's something that, that a lot of it, I think they're just trying to get attention for whatever property they're doing, be it a DC animated movie. You're trying to get people to talk about it. Sometimes you be a bit edgy, you be a bit extreme to try to get the shock value, to try to get the attention. The thing is, there's so much content out there now. There's so many streaming services. There's so many movies, TV shows, comics, everything else you can think of, that they have to come up with some really crazy ideas to try to get people talking and to be edgy and to get people to watch. If you're going with like Game of Thrones, killing Eddard in the first season is like, that gets some attention, whatever. But doing that nowadays is like, you really can't do it unless you want to kill He-Man, I guess. And then I guess that maybe that'll work, right? I don't know. Throw the rule book out the window, right? Here's the rule book of what you can and can't do. If you're doing Batman, you can't kill Batman. If you're doing Wolverine, you can't kill Wolverine. If you're doing Masters of the Universe, you can't kill He-Man. Out the window goes the rule book. We're killing He-Man, right? So, okay, fair enough. If that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Alec Alpha 2 said, "You'd be surprised if I told you how many celebrities in my country are being paid by the LGBT community to act gay." Using it, gaming the system, jumping on the culture creation train to game the system. That's what I would call it, right? It's like, well, yeah, okay, well, whatever works, right? Might is right. So if might is right, you do whatever, whatever's gonna work. If you gotta do that to get in, okay, if that's what you're gonna do, fair enough. What do you think? DV said, Trev, what do you think about religion, monotheism, and the major church players? Well, DV, I try not, thanks for your support earlier there and everything. I try not to get too much into religion because it is definitely a sensitive area. I think YouTube also doesn't like it. If you do like all religious stuff, they get mad at you and stuff, and they might delete you or strike you or whatever. So I try not to get into religion too much, but I think that like I said before in previous videos, God is good and the devil is evil. It's where you get. I think that's where you get mostly from. These are different. You have to remember, like a few hundred years ago, the average person was completely illiterate. So a few hundred years ago, the average person could not, read or write. They could work on a farm, maybe. They could do manual stuff, which is what they did, right? Maybe they could fight. Maybe they were warriors or whatever, and they would go and fight and kill people or whatever. So that's kind of where people were at that time. So religions back then, a lot of them too were an early form of like education for people as well. Like people would have their Bible. They would even record their family, like when there was a birth and stuff, they would record their family in it, like put it in their Bible, and they would study it. School was like entwined with religion, so, and in some places it kind of still is, which I think that the big wigs don't really like that. They want to separate it as much as they can, and they have been doing that too, and using their new religion, which they've kind of created, which we've gone into a number of times, which is scientism with a capital S, is kind of what they're doing now with everybody, and that's the new religion of the day. So yeah, I mean, I try to be open to everybody's different religions, DV. I try not to judge any particular one or anything, but I think that in terms of secret societies that deal with religion, I think the Jesuits mostly are involved with that. They're kind of one of the key ones, but yeah, a lot of religious institutions, you could think of them kind of like as major corporations too. And I think most of them, they don't pay taxes, right? They're tax exempt, at least they are here. But they can breed community. There's a lot of positivity to them as well. So there's good and bad to it. Yeah. Okay. What else did you say there about? Were people bringing up Shatner? Did you watch Shatner go up? No, I didn't watch it, Freddie. Like I said, he's been in space since Star Trek, right? He's been in space since when did Star Trek launch? Was it the 70s? Or, whenever Star Trek originally started. Outer space. He's already been there, man. That's what it is. So he's been there since then. So, but I do think he was talking the green stuff? I think there was some stuff he was talking about major catastrophe or something. If we don't act now, if we don't do something, sustainability, it's gotta, oh man. So it's pretty obvious that he's in the club. He's saying the same stuff. They're all saying the same stuff. It's pretty easy to figure it out. Yeah, so he's been in space since Star Trek. So that's what space is anyway. So you guys, anyway, we're not going to go back over it again. I don't watch the Phalanx launch into outer space. No, I don't watch that. So all right, let's see. Yeah. But it's fine. I like Shatner. He's funny, and but I'm not a big Trekkie or anything like that. So okay. Ray Blair says, of course, guys can. Okay, he's talking about that. I'm not going to read because I don't want to say something that we're not supposed to say. Okay, let's see. Thank you, JOK, for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm glad I blew your mind a few times. That's awesome. That's good. That's what I love, JOK. It's just fun, man. If I can do that and people enjoy it and they have fun, that's great. I don't mean to upset anybody, so people get mad sometimes and stuff, but I don't mean to upset anyone. It's just, I'm just trying to have some fun with you guys. That's all, really. So, yeah. All right. I think that's most of what I had to cover for today. I have not seen Halloween Kills yet, Isaac, but it does sound fun. Too much stuff to watch. I don't get to all this stuff. No, Daryl, I haven't seen the new Chucky TV series either. No. So, okay, I think I got most of these ones that you guys sent through. So, Dr. Death said, so are we officially giving up on the Rick movies? Laughing my F and ass off. I'm kind of giving up on them, yeah. I mean, by the time the Rick movies air, the Walking Dead TV series will be over. So, I'm sort of giving up on them a little bit. I don't know what else to do because, we haven't seen a trailer yet. They showed a teaser, and then we just don't know. We don't have any updates or anything. So, I hope they give us an update soon because we just don't know, what they're going to do. Or at some point, is it canceled? Will they do a streaming series instead? Will they use them for a Walking Dead spinoff? I'd be down for that. Yeah. Okay, Eric said, I heard a rumor that the zombie thing Andrew Lincoln is working on is actually Walking Dead movies undercover. What zombie thing is he working on? I don't think he's working on a zombie thing. I thought he was doing a Guillermo del Toro movie, which is not Walking Dead. I don't know. Something like this. Netflix or something like that. That's the last I heard. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. All right, I think we're mostly caught up. So what did you guys say recently here? And I do have to still go watch Fear Season 7, Episode 2, so we can do a review of that soon here, guys. So maybe we'll wrap fairly soon. Let's see. Yeah, that's everything I think I had. Freddie said, Day of the Dead fun. Yeah, the new Day of the Dead series is fun. I agree. Hippie Chick, have I seen Flash trailer? No. For what? Movie? I haven't seen a new Flash trailer yet. No. Is that brand new or something? Maybe I haven't heard of it yet. Okay. Will The Walking Dead season 11 see air before or after Tales of the Walking Dead next year, summer 2022? So I think that it sounds like to me Tales of the Walking Dead will likely air before the final part of Part C. I think Part C is going to be either late next summer, like this year, or it's going to be like into the fall. You know, also like we saw this year, it went kind of into the fall time. So I think that's what we'll see, something like that. So I think Tales will air before the series ends. Yeah, I think so. Okay, DV said, Trav, what is the single best scene for The Walking Dead in your opinion? I don't know, man. I mean, I guess maybe Rick leaving in the helicopter for me might be the best of the whole series. Or like No Way Out, Too Far Gone. Some of those fight scenes are some of the best in the whole series. You know, something like that. Maybe some of the early stuff, Tell It to the Frogs, like when Rick is reunited with his family, is pretty awesome, and that kind of stuff. So there's some really great stuff. No Sanctuary's got some good ones. Carol and Rick being reunited with Judith and everything is pretty great. So there's some really good ones, but those are some I'll give you. The one that stands out to me, though, DV, is going to be the Rick leaving in a helicopter. Absolutely, yeah. All right. Shadow's burning his new album. Oh, does he have a new album there, Madeline? I didn't hear about that. So Madeline K said, thought it was pretty funny that Shatner is promoting his new album, and the album is named BIL. I didn't know that. There sure are, yeah. I didn't know that. I haven't... Does Shatner do music? I didn't know. Does he really? I didn't know that. I had no idea. San Andreas X says, have you played Back for Blood? Nope, I haven't. I've been playing a little bit of Brawlhalla as the Walking Dead characters. So that's fun. I like to crush with... kill with Daryl and Leonardo and all that stuff. Yeah. But I was on, speaking of Shatner, I was on BitChute, and thanks again, San Andreas. I do appreciate that. I was on BitChute, and I was starting to see with Shatner a lot of the comments. And it sounds like more and more people are kind of figuring out the outer space, space travel kind of thing. More and more people are starting to get that. And I was like, wow. I was reading the comments. I was like, whoa. Everybody's starting to figure it out. Wow, it's pretty awesome. I was like, I can't believe it. It's happening so quick. It's like a landslide. So I might have to kind of stay out of it because I might get mad that everybody's... Because you're supposed to think he's actually going into... You're not supposed to... Yeah. You guys know the drill, right? You're supposed to actually think he's actually going there. You're not supposed to... So... so it's... yeah. I'm surprised. I'm kind of impressed and surprised. Yeah, Killmonger, the governor with his tank is badass. I agree. Awesome. Carmine said, thoughts on Gatman 2022. What? What is Gatman? I don't know what that is, Carmine. I have no idea. Yeah. All right. So I think, dudes, unless anyone has any other good comments, maybe we'll give it a few minutes. I won't end prematurely. But let's see if you guys sent through anything else that's good. I haven't seen the new Bond movie either. No, not yet. But it does look good. I do want to watch it. Okay, let's see what else you guys say. Yeah, I know what you mean, Josh. It is weird that they're making Tales of the Walking Dead, the anthology, before they're doing the Rick movie. That is strange to me that they're doing it first, because I would think that they would probably want to get the Rick movie done as soon as they can because fans want it so bad. But I guess that's harder to do, or I don't know, man. I really don't know what's going on with it. It's strange to me. So yeah, some people have speculated that maybe something to do with Andrew Lincoln can't go to the U.S. or something. I don't know. Maybe there's something to do with that. I'm really not sure. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Governor versus what are you talking about, hippie chick? That's nonsense. So I don't get it. All right. What if Shane killed Rick? Yeah, maybe they could do an animated series, Dylan, with something like that. Who would win? All right, dudes. I think we're good for tonight. I'm gonna watch Fear the Walking Dead season 7 episode 2, so I can do a review for that later tonight or tomorrow. Want to thank you guys all for joining for this kind of quick stream. And what did you say here, Madeline? I don't know it either about Shatner doing music, but during his post-spaceflight interview, he kept talking about his new album. That's kind of awesome. That's funny. It's pretty cool. And yeah, thanks for letting me know about that, Madeline. I was not aware. I can't keep up with all this stuff, guys. Like, it's too many things. There's too many fun shows, and I'm trying to keep up with Walking Dead, and then we got the space stuff going on, which is fun, which I try not to get into too much because they don't like it. All right, dudes, let's wrap up for tonight. Want to thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back again soon. Reviews coming soon for Fear and all that other stuff. And thanks for joining as well, guys. All right, have a great night, guys. I'll see you again soon. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Super Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna fly off.